back to another live stream where I talk about whatever I want, and it's sort of like a therapy session for me. It has been very helpful for me to process and say out loud what I've been thinking, feeling, titles of topics of things to talk about. Um, it's been kind of like journaling, but video journaling. And it is another way for me to get serious about YouTube. And this is mineral water. Perrier, or this brand, is just a form of mineral water. See? Sparkling water. If you see me drinking this quite a lot, there is a reason. It's so that I can have more lithium intake. This contains lithium, I believe, and I'm very low on my lithium levels. And I don't think you naturally produce lithium, but you can consume it. You need it, a little bit of it, to have like a good mood, and if you have too much of it, that can also be bad, as my sister pointed out. But yeah, getting serious about YouTube is something that I've been interested in lately. Not necessarily the fame. Like, I am a very shy person, and like when I know that people have seen some of my stuff, it's kind of embarrassing to me. But for the fact that I can reach out to a lot of people that I may or may not know, and they can gather something from my videos or just use it for entertainment purposes, is pretty cool. It's a lot of outreach to strangers, which I like. I don't really feel comfortable giving a lot of personal information to people that I know or will run into. But it is something that I find useful for my own mental health, to be able to express myself and just like put it out instead of it going to specific people. Hey, how are you? Just came on for a few minutes. I'm good. How are you, Greg? But yeah, YouTube is nice for a broader audience to be able to build and get to know, have like good rapport in comments and encouragement, and me encourage you if that's possible. And it's just been really good. I mean, there are those occasional, like, somewhat viral videos that are not well received, like, oh, okay, thank you, good. Like my down bad video received a lot of hate, but also received a lot of love because there were so many likes on that video. And I find all of this to be super interesting and something that I feel accomplished when things like that happen. Like a video goes viral like 68,000 or 20,000, even 1,000, like, I feel accomplished that I was saying something of interest to people, even if it was like watching for a few minutes or a few seconds or whatever. I feel em- I don't want to say empowered. It's just like a good feeling that, like, oh, like, I put my mind to something and it's actually working. And I think that's really cool. And it's something that I've worked towards for the last, let's say, 8 years. Starting with the first cat video, I didn't I didn't think that it would take this much time, but also I didn't put as much effort into video making as I did building this house. So I knew that I needed a base. I needed like an office for my creativity, and on the way to making that for myself, um, I would casually, not as dedicatedly, make clips and put them together and post the updates. You're absolutely so gorgeous, girl. Thank you, Tin. Um, my first idea for this house building project was to have like a store, and what I was gonna do is make like giant yarn blankets. And I thought, oh yeah, I'll do that, like I'll dedicate my time to doing that. But then I was like, what if I made myself a house? And then the rest was history. I started making myself a house. And I still have a dedicated area for making blankets, but not human blankets, pet beds. So I have that dedicated area for pet beds that I make with giant yarn and crochet. And things are coming together, and it is, I hope to do more like entertaining videos or DIYs. Like, I know that I keep saying, oh yeah, I'm gonna perfect my video making skills, but right now I have a full-time job that keeps me very busy in phlebotomy, and I love my job, but it's not what I've worked for towards all this time doing YouTube. So what I am, I'm trying to, don't tell anyone this, I'm trying to quit my job in September, and I'm being smart about it. I'm planning ahead, getting more financially set and paying off some debt before I actually pull the plug. And then after that, just keep on doing what I had planned on doing, is making this place like a shop, but also a YouTube studio. So it, I'm getting there. Like, and then also before I quit, like, I plan to keep on posting live streams, keep on posting more formal videos, and shorts, and yeah, I have all these plans and I'm following through on them, and I have like plans to see my boyfriend too, so that'll be fun if I get any clips of those times or activities that I do with him, mostly probably be of myself, then I will post that too on here. Basically, I want to post my life on here, but also I want to make it art or artfully conveyed somehow, because I'm very artistic and I have a degree in art, um, an associate's degree in art, so teacher education preparation. So I'm also a teacher's aide. So I have the ability to like explain things like I do like almost every day on here. And I think that degree just amplifies my skill set, and I just plan on continuing to create and like teacher education preparation. Like when I was a kindergarten teacher's aide for Montessori class, I would prepare materials for them to do artwork, math, spelling, activities, writing, everything that the teacher told me, hey, we need this for this holiday, or that for that event, or that for Mother's Day. I need you to dye this, do that. I have those skills, and that's been helping me out throughout this process as well. So I've been formally trained, not only the degree, but formally trained in the classroom and being able to teach and convey things. And it's not hard to come up with things to talk about. Like, it's not hard for a teacher. Like, they're good at teaching, so they come up with like the lesson plan and stuff like that. So like being somewhat entertaining and getting people's attention is not my specific forte as a teacher's aide, but I can step in at times when it's needed in small groups and different things like that. And that's another thing that I can fall back on while I grow this channel, is being a preschool assistant, which I still have the ability to do as a substitute preschool assistant. And so I have many options. That's one thing that is intriguing to me, because I can do it anytime I want, or I can not do it anytime I want. Also, Uber, I'm just a little bit concerned about the safety of Uber. So I just want to mainly focus here, my energies here, with completing the house and making good content for everyone to enjoy. So yeah, I mean, people say I have the look, I have a calm personality, so even some people use this channel or activities that I do, like reading to the camera on other streaming sites, as relaxation or decompression. So I have that going for me. One person, when I was streaming on Meet Me, told me that they would fall asleep as I read Midnight Sun, the Twilight book, in Edward's perspective, and they said that it helped with their depression. And I'm all about, hi Xmas, I'm all about mental health. I can go on and on and on and on and on and on and on about mental health and how important it is to maintain. I plan to say plenty more horror stories and things I've learned from my time being sick, and but in an artful way to communicate. A lot of stuff will stay within me. Some of the things I can't even express or explain. But that's one thing that I want to incorporate within my channel is those times where it was unreal. Maybe for people to learn from, but also for me to be able to understand it better. Not saying that like hallucinations have like these grand interior or ulterior motives. Sometimes it's like a hallucination is just a hallucination, and but I have this idea that if I dive deeper into those feelings or ideas or what I saw, then I would be able to solve more of my mental illness, and that I will ultimately heal more than I already healed. Jesus loves you. God bless you. Thank you, Cody. But that will come with time, I think. I'm using YouTube as this platform to, like I said in the beginning, say whatever I want, and also a journal and therapy to be able to talk. A lot of my therapy has been the other person, the therapist, talking more than I even talk. And I like to listen, but also if you go too far into your personal life as a therapist, you're not really allowing space for seeing the clues or ideas or ways to help another person. So I'm taking this channel as kind of a selfish thing, even though I talk slowly and I'm slow to make my point. It's nice that I have this uninterrupted time to speak and to fully get an idea out over time. Even though I have the skills of like teaching and communicating and art and everything, I want to build my skills in conveying my point of view. A lot of the time it gets left out of even conversations in person with people, or I'm not able to come up with a rebuttal to an argument, let's say, and I'm not able to memorize everything that's been said so it makes all perfect sense. I've always been taught to be quiet and to like listen to your elders and not argue and not make too much of a fuss. And on here, I feel more free to say whatever I want. But yeah, that's all that I have for you today. Today's video is just getting serious about YouTube. I think we've been going through a lot together. If you guys have watched a lot of my other live streams, I've been expressing myself a lot, and even discomforts or times where it's like people were being unfair, or my point of view or my opinion and theirs being different, or this happened during that time and caused this and blah blah. So we've been getting really deep, and I don't know if that's really necessarily a good thing, but I know it's a good thing to have. I mean, I don't know. I'm trying not to say anything that if it gets into the wrong hands, then I'm in trouble or jeopardize a job or a family or whatever. But I think it's good. I think these things are good to have as memories, like even telling even telling a memory or a instance in time, or even telling like what happened today or whatever. It's a passage in time that is like a little vault, time capsule. I think that's really cool. I've always thought that was pretty cool with YouTube. Time capsules of what happens and what you can say and all that. So I think that's good. I will talk to you in the next video. Bye.